everyone. It's Adam Mitchell here with Treasure Trading, and we are back with another trade recap. So I'm ending my morning rather quickly because I ran out of buying power super quickly. You know, Columbus Day being a banking holiday, it affected, I guess, when my funds would settle, you know, because I do use a cash account. And I am going to be switching to a margin account above the PDT limit of $25,000 very soon. So I'm looking forward to that. But until then, I'm still trading in a cash account, and because a lot of the banking system was shut down for Columbus Day, my funds have not settled yet from Friday. And I was not anticipating that, right? Because the market was open yesterday. And then I sit down and I'm looking at my account today and I see that I don't have a lot of buying power. I had like $500 worth or $400 or something like that of buying power that was unused from yesterday. So I was like, okay, this is enough for one trade, I think. And let's see what I can do. And I was able to take one good trade on APRN, and I made $18.98. So I'm pretty happy with that I was able to put that buying power to use and take a good trade. And yeah, we'll take a look at the trade because, hindsight, I should have held it longer because it did wind up hitting my initial profit target, and I sold it a little bit before that. But yeah, we'll take a look at that real quick. All right, so APRN. So this is the move that it made pre-market. It squeezed up over the 200 moving average at 250 up to 288, and then it pulled back, and it's kind of just been bouncing around. And I was thinking of getting a trade at the lows here, right? So get a trade at the lows and see if we can get a curl up. So we can see it making a bounce off of that level a little bit, right before market open. And of course, I'm sitting here thinking, man, did I miss my chance to get in? Let's just see what happens. And then here we can see it starting to pull back again. And, I'm ideally looking for this thing to come down into this level at 255, 250. Like, that's my ideal place that I want to be getting in. All right, so fast forward to market open here. I'm getting in with all that I can. And I'm in with 175 shares at 258. So we're getting a little bit of a pop up, and I'm planning on cutting this if it breaks below 250, because that would have been about a $20 loss, which is my max loss. So let's see here. We're kind of getting a squeeze up a little bit, and then it starts to curl to the downside. And, right here, man, this would have been the best entry right here. And I wish that I had more buying power to add into that move right there, but I didn't. I'm in with 175 shares at 258. We pulled back to 253. I'm down about $9 at this point, which isn't my max loss, and I'm still holding it, and we're going to see what happens here. So it starts to get bought up off that level, and we're making a curl back to the upside. So I'm like, all right, this is looking really good. And then in the next candle, we really start to get that nice pop up. Now I'm sitting here thinking, man, let's see if I can get a move up to this pivot level, this pre-market pivot level here. So I wind up putting a sell order out at, I think, 273, I believe is where I put my sell order. I put it right below 275 and this level at 274. So I'm thinking, all right, 273. That's a safe bet. So let's put my order at 273. So long story short, it curls up here. And for some reason, I just took my order out, because now I'm sitting in this zone of like, oh man, like, should I just take profit? Like, what should I do? Like, are we going to get a big pullback or what? But we can see that it's coming up into this resistance. All right, so maybe not long story short. I'm going to explain this entire move as I was in it. So I'm looking at this thing, and I'm like, all right, this would be a place to sell, but I don't have buying power to get back in, so I'm not going to sell it. I'm just going to let it ride and see what can happen here. So it's having a hard time breaking that 270 spot, and we're getting a bit of a pullback. And, off of this dip level, we start to get a curl up. And I mean, this is to be expected. This is a beautiful place to be getting in right here. you know, again, take profit up here, add back down here for that bigger squeeze up. And, you know, of course, getting this entry at the lows, selling it up at this obvious resistance level, it couldn't break through it. There were a lot of sellers. Buy back down here. I think the low of this candle was 263. And now we're just waiting for this thing to get that squeeze up. So we're coming back up into those highs again. And this is where I decide to just go ahead and cut it, because I'm like, man, this 270 spot is proving to be a difficult area to break through. So let's see here. So right here, I wound up cutting it. And of course, this looks like it's about to break, right? So the break of 270 is where you would want to be getting in. But, you know, my initial profit target was at this level up here at 273. And, you know, there we go. We got the push up to 274. You know, that could have added another like $8, like $8 or $9 onto this, which would have been really good. And yeah, I mean, this thing squeezed up nicely. Let's pull the chart up on that. See how it's looking so far here. Man, big sell-off. You know, but we can see that it wound up squeezing all the way up to 279, which corresponds with these levels right here. I mean, this candle's 279, 279, 279, 278, 278. So that's a big level of resistance right there. And off of that level, I mean, we can see that it's like a perfect touch, 279. You know, that's why it's important to map these levels out. So yeah, it's just been selling off since. So I got the good move on it. I mean, I got half of the, I'd say I got a little less than half of this move, because I didn't get the lowest entry down here and I didn't get this area up here. So I captured like from 258 up to 270, which isn't bad. So, but it would have been nice to hold this thing just a little bit longer for this breakout here. It is what it is. I'm happy to have ended the day green with that little buying power. So that's my trade. You know, that's my one trade that I took on APRN right here. So, all right, guys, that's the video. And if you guys like these recaps, then please do me a favor and hit that subscribe button. And yeah, I'll see you guys in the next one. All right.